afternoon, class. Today we are going to be learning how to understand place value of a 3-digit number using our base 10 system. So I'm going to write just an arrow here. We're going to be using our base 10. Alright, so as we head into our lesson for the day, we are going to cover some objectives here for today's lesson. So we're going to read along here together or follow along if you'd like. So our objective for the day is that students will understand what the 3 digits of a number mean in terms of hundreds, tens, and ones. They will be able to explain how they came up with answers to questions about larger and smaller numbers. So this objective today is going to cover one of our second grade math standards here. That standard is stating that students will understand that the 3 digits of a 3-digit number represent amounts of hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, so moving in, we are going to start. So we're first going to start off with a series of numbers. So if everyone would grab out a piece of paper and a pencil, I'll give you this one moment. All right, is everyone ready? Okay, can I see a thumbs up? Okay, perfect. So if you guys would like to write down these numbers here. So we have 706, 670, 760, and 607. So after we get all of these written down here, I want you guys to work together here with your elbow partners and try your best to identify which number is the smallest and which number is the largest. It's okay if this seems tricky. We're just going to start off here, then we will get further into the lesson. So we'll take about 2 minutes here with our elbow partners and discuss which number we think is the largest and which number we think is the smallest. Alright, so let's all head back to the group here. So who thinks they know which number here is the largest? Susan, do you have an answer? Okay, you think you know which one's the largest? Okay, and which number do you think that is? 706? Okay, can you tell me why you think this one is the largest? Okay, so Susan thinks that 706 here is the largest number because the 7 right here is larger than the 6. Okay? So does anyone agree or disagree with this answer? Dan, you disagree? Okay, and can you tell me why you disagree? You think that 760 is the largest number here? Okay, and can you explain to me why you think this number is the largest? Okay. Alright, so Dan disagrees and thinks that 760 is going to be the largest because he read the number from left to right, and he says that he knows that 76 and 760 is larger than the 70 and 706. So you could do it this way. So it's a good thought process, Dan. Do you guys have an idea then which one might be the smallest? Okay, let's hear from someone else other than Dan. Okay, Penny, what was your idea? Okay, you thought a similar idea to Dan. Okay, so Penny thinks that the smallest number is going to be 607 because 60 is the smallest number out of the first 2 digits here on all 4 of these. Okay, so since we kind of have went over, discussed what we thought with our partners, we are going to move in to discuss what each digit of these numbers mean. So to do that, we're going... Alright, so next we're going to move on to discussing what each digit in 607 means. So first we're going to look right over here. We are familiar with the ones column. So we know that 7 here is going to mean 7 ones. So in 607, I can go over to my 1 column here. I'm going to use little squares here, okay? So I'm going to do 7 individual little squares here. Since I know there are 7 units, or 7 ones, in 607. Okay, so we're going to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I have 7 ones in 607. Now we're going to look over here in our tens column. How many tens do we have? Molly, can you answer this one for us? 0? Correct. So we have 0 tens in 607. So in that case, we're not going to write anything here in our 10 section because we have 0 tens. So we're going to look right over here, this place right here, which is our hundreds place. So we can see that we're going to have 6 hundreds in our hundreds place. So I'm going to do 6 large squares here. So each of these large squares are going to have 100 of these little squares. So I'm going to do 6 squares here. So if I want to remind myself, I can write 100 in each of these. If I wanted to take a little bit